These are 10 strategies I use in Grow Garden to get to 1.7 quadrillion, and I'll show you how to use these strategies so you can get to 1.7 quadrillion too. Alright, so for tip number 1, it's always do your update quest. So right now, I have the prehistoric update. Whatever quest you have, you always want to grind it really, really hard. If you remember from a long time ago, the night event, they had moon mangoes and moon melons, and I've seen some of those sell for quadrillions of dollars. Always do those quests. Alright, so for strategy number 2, if you have seed packs, you see I have 5 right now, do not open them until the end of the update, because you want to stack up on as many seed packs as you can. So basically, for this event, I stacked up on like 50 seed packs and I opened them all, and I got really, really rare plants. So basically, if you have a lot more seed packs and you open them all at once, obviously you have a higher chance of getting good plants. So make sure you save these and open them at the end of your update. Alright, so for strategy number 3, and this one is about pet eggs, is when you get an egg. Here, I'm going to open this one. Let's see what I get. So you got this. This is the most common pet to get from that egg. Do not sell it or get rid of it. It is very rare, okay? It might not be rare right now, but in the near future, this pet will be off sale, which means it could be worth a lot. So if you go to a random server, you could sell this to someone for maybe a few trillion, maybe even quadrillions of dollars in the future. Always save your limited pets. All right, and we're moving on to tip number 4. If you have a garden like this, all right, look. He has strawberries and carrots everywhere, okay? I can bet you he does not use these because these are worth thousands of dollars. Thousands is nothing in Grow Garden. When you do advance later into the game, always get rid of your useless plants, all right? As you can see, I only have rare plants, my Liberty Lily, my Sunflower, my Moon Mango. Once you start moving on, you won't need those strawberries and blueberries anymore. So always make sure you shovel them and get them out of the way because they will be a problem later. Alright, so for tip number 5, it's called pet combos. So you might have a bunch of rare pets in your inventory. Let's say you have 5 T-Rexes, alright? If you put down all 5 T-Rexes at once, that is a terrible idea, alright? You have to understand pet combos, what pets you want to put together to get the most amount of money as you can. A pet combo I know is T-Rex and Dragonfly. That is a really advanced one. There are also really easy pet combos with easier pets to get. If you do want to know some really advanced and really simple pet combos, you can check out my YouTube short, which I will have in the description and the comments. All right, so tip number 6, a big mistake a lot of people make is if you do have a really big plant growing like this Liberty Lily, and right when it grows you pick it up, that is a huge mistake, all right? Because it has no mutations on it. It might be really big. It's going to be worth nothing though. This Liberty Lily without the mutations, even though it's big, it's going to be worth 10,000, maybe 20,000, pretty much nothing. So what you want to do is you want to go into a private server first so that no one steals your plants. And then you want to stack up as many mutations as you can, maybe 10, 15 mutations. And it's going to be worth a lot of money, all right? All right, for our next tip, it is join 50-player servers. You don't always have to do this. If you have really rare plants, they're going to get stolen in 50-player servers. But 50-player server, there are a lot of rich people in those servers, and they are willing to give you really rare pets sometimes. I will have a tutorial link in the description and the comments again on how to get into those servers. It's really simple and really easy. All right, so for our next tip, and I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, is ask people for fruits. Do not beg them. Begging is not going to work. I promise you that. Instead, just ask them for like a 10 trillion candy blossom. Just say, can I please get one, right? It does not always work. It almost never works, but it has worked for me before. That's how I got my first 10 trillion. I literally went up to a rich player and I asked him, can I get 10 trillion? And he just said, sure, and he just gave it to me, all right? It may take a lot of patience. It may take a lot of patience, but it will work eventually. All right, so for our next tip, and we are very close to our final tip, is the pet mutation thing. This is pretty new. You may have some age 50 pets in your inventory that you don't even know about, because if you put an age 50 pet into here, it can get a really rare mutation. If you do get a rare mutation on your pet, it will be worth a crazy amount of money. I know rainbow pets that sell for trillions of dollars, even if it's just like a rainbow dog. A rainbow dog will sell for trillions, sometimes even quadrillions of dollars. So if you do have a level 50 pet, maybe you have a level 50 pet, you don't even know it. Look through your inventory and mutate all of them. All right, so for our 10th and final tip, it is join live streams. It does not have to be our live stream, just any live stream you can think of. 90% of live streams out there are scams. Some of them are real. If you do find a real one, they do crazy giveaways. I know we've given away quadrillions of dollars in one giveaway. We've given away raccoons, mimic octopuses, dragonflies, so many things. So they are the easiest way to make money. Sometimes they're hard to win, but if you find small streamers with like 5 to 10 viewers, their live streams will be really, really easy to win. So make sure you join live streams. All right, thank you for watching. If this did help you, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.